feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.
Foot off the pegs and everything going into that one too. He's got
so looking forward to these two races, he said.
Brilliant stuff. That's the kind of thing
what he can do today, and he's under the greatest pressure from behind. Red Bull Ring, and it's retained it. He said, I've hardly done anything to it this week. He's been in a battle for the lead, but always managed to make it work on the last free machine of Carpe. He was so confident going into this.
Hasn't looked like he's got the jump on everybody, you know.
That okay, and Rico Samello about to come under very strong pressure. The South Africans got in front for the first time.
Brilliant stuff. This is about need to tuck in his knee, so onto the start and finish straight they come as we see
and Piqueras not looking like passing at the moment.
Rushane Moodley out of the way through turn 14 that time.
As this absolutely sensational stuff from the South African, leading 24 kilometres an hour, 46 miles an hour through this one, and then accelerates.
So that's a real shame to see him finish it up that way.
But Moodley there leads, looking more through both of them, then braking very, very hard, back to third gear.
Sorry, I got the colours confused. Poor Kevin, another couple of points yesterday.
The circuit, they're up to 214 kilometres an hour, 133 miles an hour.
Barry's podium in Le Mans, the best ride we've seen from him.
Has a couple of bike lengths lead, and I don't think Alvaro Cup.
They're not sure where it happened, but he's got through on Piqueras then, turns 9 and 10. Carpe going up the inside of his good mate Piqueras.
Power as hard as they can. It's sort of 90 kilometres an hour, 60 miles an hour.
Job in predictions or anything like that, or a commentator with things like that. So
TM's working brilliantly there as the guys turn right, flick it. E3 of Alvaro Carpe said, I'm not worried about the gearing, I'm going to be leading the 15-lap race. Look how close this action is. Superb stuff. Piqueras into second place. He's determined not to let Rico run away with this.
Incredibly ambitious. His time will come in Rookies Cup, that's for sure. Back several positions while Moodley moves up from 5th to 4th. Another rider to keep an eye on is the 94 of Guido Pini, 7th.
It's great to see them all through the first corners, chasing after Rico Salmella. That's what's going to happen to Cup winner Angel Piqueras. And Angel Piqueras is there as well. All the front guys get away well. It's so high now that, you know, these guys really do look for a quick...
Piqueras, but it's in vain as Ferrandez moves up the inside of him. Here is the Australian. This would be a great way to sign off with a top potentially. Here they go into turn 8 then. Ferrandez looking up the end past him there. He's all action, isn't he, Carpe? Just absolutely like to hear riders working on themselves rather than complaining about them.
From the 83 of Alvaro Carpe. So I'm really enjoying riding the KTM now, and I'm absolutely loving it. Lap or a half a lap. Yesterday he didn't, and let's see which race. He said, look, the bike started working really well for me at that's right, and previously he has, you know, so often this year, well, 8 times this year, from Alvaro Carpe.
The first time, though, along with yesterday, that I would say the Canistorfer has sadly gone down.
Hopefully he's I wonder if he's just going to cede what Ruchet has, in fact, now that
around. So good overtake from there. Pretty tough move. Forced Moodley.
The Cup winner, the number 18 of Angel Piqueras, away again.
We just saw the 54 of Alberto Ferrandez move.
As you say, he had a great result in Le Mans, but we've never seen him look as strong through there, and eventually back to first gear, the slowest part of the circuit.
Set for the Hungarian, he's had a great first year in Rookies Cup.
Through these double flat-out right-handers, 6th gear it is.
So we see that's the 56, that Boggio who's gone down. No, it's Kevin Farkas.
He's going to be picking up the slipstream this time. Let's see as they go through. It's the fastest part of the...
So Moodley just so up for the fight. This is probably their ass. Here we are then, onto the back straight for the first time.
And Rico through that section there we were watching in slow-mo.
Moodley back into the lead. Carpe, 3rd place then for him. Rico leading supremely coming into
left. And get on this race.
Well, he he's not going to get
the white power WP suspension of the case. Rico said he had ideas about leading this one from the start. Right, a lap, 7.5 laps to go. We're halfway through the... Yeah, absolutely. And it is the 18 of Angel Piqueras.
Place. He high-sided well and truly out of a podium spot yesterday. Looks like Marcos Ruda got a terrible start. The 69 pushed quite along for that penalty. The message is, hey, calm it down. Moodley just so up for the fight. This is probably...
learning.
But race direction, they proved right clearly. They deemed well that.
There we were watching in slow-mo.
Moodley back into the lead then. Not. I did say I wonder whether he got a bit trigger happy. So maybe
get on the power as hard as.
Long lap penalty for Beñat Fernandez. Failure to comply with
the white power WP suspension of the KTM's work.
And superb to see her actually finish the race yesterday.
Okay, lapped 7.5 laps to go. We're halfway through the 15.
Feeling rough as old boots.
Yeah, the poor girl was
high-sided well and truly out of a podium spot yesterday. And Fernandez running around at the moment in 22nd.
Moodley chasing him.
Hard to get back on terms. It is possible with 6 laps to go that he can still win.
Into the thick of it in Moto 3 there, and of course that's what
form. A nasty bobble for Beñat Fernandez as he went in
from Rookies Cup.
Yeah, that's right, the level of Rookies Cup is so hot.
This group, that's the number 24, Guillaume Plonk, who's another rider back for a 3rd year to move up to Moto 3 World Championship next year as the Australian. It's very dirty there as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
very.
Did he touch the green? He we're looking there at Keyless. He's got Cormac Buchanan on his farewell run.
Lap penalty now.
Let's see. He's going wide.
The slipstream of Piqueras at the moment. He's being slipstreamed by
at the end of the lap. So it still is the 54 Veda Ega that lived.
A complete waste of energy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, they all try it.
Not relaxing, not easing off at the moment, and let's see whether he does.
2nd place from Carpe. Then you've also got Brandes there, Moodley saying. So yeah, really good job from him to be back up and fighting for this. The best race lap so far is 1:45. No one able to escape this group then. So he really it's a tall order to regroup after a mistake. The
slipstream, and he can be in the battle for the podium.
What's clear at the moment is Eva was brilliant.
Yeah, he really slid it in there, didn't he? Yeah,
absolutely sensational stuff from the South African, leading the cup.
Thinking of making perhaps some change to the motorcycle.
Dinesh in a second train to see him finish it up that way.
But Moodley there, Lee's looking more strong, as you say,
because the Argentine.
Oh, who's out? Veda! I got the colours confused. Poor Kevin. Another couple of points yesterday for that. And that was Morelli moving up into the lead now.
Yeah, absolutely superb.
His podium in Le Mans, the best ride we've seen from him. As we move on, Brian Uriarte was too hot-headed and still too hot short where it happened, but he's got through on Piqueras then, so he can't win this race after all. But this is part of it,
They can. It's sort of 90 kilometres an hour, 60 miles an hour through that section.
Long lap penalty. That'll be because he touched the green, Peter. I did.
Looking brilliantly there as the guys turn right, flick it left.
Okay, so back with the leaders then. It is Veda Ega, the 54.
Oh.
Lap race. Look how close this action is. Superb stuff. Those
really white as a sheet there in practice on Friday. Obviously not well at all.
Incredibly ambitious. His time will come in Rookies Cup, that's for sure.
Right.
She's only 7/10 off Lucas Brown, but still another rider to keep an eye on is the 94 of Guido Pini, 7th place. He
this race.
Totally. There is Alejandra Fernandez.